The Washington State PTA advocates for legislation or policies for implementing a statewide youth safety tip reporting system. Now more than ever, our youth face unique threats to their well being, which include a host of mental health issues, bullying, and drug use. They need a confidential and digital way to escalate safety concerns 24/7 to get the help they need. Suicide is the second leading cause of death for Washington youths. Too many of our youth are sad, hopeless, or have made a suicide plan. When youths consider hurting themselves or others, they often make a plan and tell someone, and that someone could be a friend or a sibling. To prevent youth suicide, we need to educate teens to know the signs and to say something. COVID-19 has had a negative impact on our youth by causing increased anxiety and depression. The CDC reports an increase of thoughts of suicide and self-harm in youth ages 11 through 24. Just recently, a teenager from Maine died by suicide due to social isolation. Many organizations have published school safety reports recommending the implementation of anonymous reporting tip lines, including the Secret Service, the Department of Justice, Homeland Security, and the Department of Education. 20 states have already deployed statewide youth safety tip reporting systems, and more are on the way. Oregon has implemented a youth safety tip system called Safeorgan. In 2019, a student texted his friend that he was going to kill himself. The friend submitted a tip through Safeorgan, and the police rushed to the student's house and saved him from hanging himself. Safeorgan reports that the bulk of the tips are related to bullying, drugs, or suicidal ideation. Over 30% of the tips received are urgent or critical in nature. The preferred reporting methods are by using the web or a phone app. Michigan's youth safety tip reporting system, OK to Say, reports that most tips are due to suicide threats, bullying, or drugs. In 2019, there were several notable success stories. In one instance, a 14-year-old student was saved from suicide and taken to the hospital. In another instance, a student was found to have drugs and weapons in his locker. In a separate incident, a tip relayed a video of a student with an assault weapon who threatened to shoot up the school. And finally, a middle school student was reported to be leaving the state with a much older man. Thanks to OK to Say, all potential tragedies described here were averted. Here is how most youth tip lines work. The student submits a tip using a phone app, by text, using a web page, or by calling. Each tip is triaged by a live person 24/7 and then routed, as appropriate, to law enforcement, to a multidisciplinary team of mental health professionals or school administrators for follow-up. Here is an example of a phone app from a tip reporting system. The phone app provides a full list of safety categories that a student can easily select. 988 is a national hotline for suicide prevention that will go live in 2022. However, youth prefer to communicate digitally. We are concerned that 988 does not provide a phone app, texting, or a web page to meet the needs of our youth. In conclusion, students are often the first to know of potential life safety issues. Students need an easy, digital, and confidential way to share tips 24/7 about themselves or others. The benefit of having a tip reporting system is that it helps create a stand-up culture where looking out for one another is expected and normalized. The research testimonials and stories are clear. Tip reporting systems save lives.